barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. So, June 29th, we're getting closer. We're literally 8 days away, y'all. Show up and show out, man. I need something. Someone put in the comments, it's going down like what? Where's it going down, man? Oh, man. It's going down like Mary J. Blige. That's just I saw her last night in concert. I'm going down. Anyways, man, I saw this 3 days ago, and I just saw Ego's title, and he reminded me I wanted to talk about this. I saw it on Big Baby Miller's stories about 3 days ago. He was in L.A. I guess he left Vegas and came to L.A. and he did some TMZ stuff. And he said the guy asked him, Lance. I mean, what's his name? Vanan. Vance Lathan, I think that's his name. And he asked, how much money you think he lost? He said, well, 7.5 I lost on the initial. And then he said, factor in the rematch. He said, I probably lost over $30 million. And honestly, I humbly believe the same Anthony Joshua walks in the ring against anyone he faced on that night. And I do believe Big Baby Miller beats him June 1st. And hindsight's always 20/20. I get it. But damn, dog, 30 M's? That's like a lifetime goal for me. Shit, you get that shit in 6 months? Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Man, I don't believe money is hard to come by. Especially when you have a work ethic, you have a level of commitment, and you believe in yourself 100%. But when the boxing gods give you $30 million for 6 months of work, and it's in your hometown, and you say you come from the mud, how could you? I have a few questions for Big Baby Miller. Let me talk about this for a sec. I saw a few interviews. It's too many to name now, so I would love to give them credit. But let's just say everyone who covered the fights in Vegas last week or two against the Tyson Fury, that was his coming out party, right? And I didn't like the way he just didn't accept it. He's talking about his elbow and, nigga, just own up to it. I cheated. It was wrong. You know, give the Kobe thing. Give the A-Rod, you know what I mean? Remember when Kobe cheated and he was crying, and or the A-Rod when he got caught with the Yankees, you know what I'm saying? Just admit it and just move on. You know, I thought that he said was something wrong with his elbow. He never took any shots. I've never digested anything. I know nothing. Ironically enough, you guys think I'm funny about this shit. I know nothing about this shit. And Dre's a doctor. Like, I know nothing about, like, how to, what's the best way to digest stuff. And you know, she would tell me if I asked her, but I don't have no expertise. I think 78 is the expert on on the, on the, on drug use. I'm laughing because I was watching Trill Boxer talk 2 days ago, and he says, ain't no drug testing in the LDPC. I'm gonna throw some juice on y'all niggas, man. Oh, my life. That shit is funny, man. Anyways, man, as I digress back into what this video is about. Dude, dog, 30, but at the end of the day, Big Baby Miller, he's still too jokey with this situation. Sometimes in life, even when you don't mean it, you have to give people what they want or what they desires or what the opportunity or what that moment calls for. You know, let's hypothetically speak, we did something wrong with our brother, right? You don't go, ha ha, it was, nah, you come, or a family member, you come sincerely and you pretend to have a level of like guilt and like apologetic energy. He doesn't really have no apologetic energy, and I don't like it. I didn't, and honestly, the overall feel, I didn't like the follow up because they didn't pin. In my humble opinion, I watched a few interviews. It's too many to name, but I didn't like that they didn't pin him down on his shit. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so walk me through the process. Like, where did you get it? Like, many journalists, and I do this sometimes too. I'm not perfect. Okay, I'm not telling you I'm God's things to journalism, but I would say about 70% of journalists are afraid to ask tough questions, so they give the answer in the question, right? So, for example, they might say, "So where did you get the drug?" Well, if you didn't know what you was putting in your body, the follow-up question says, "Don't VADA say, um, if you don't know what you're responsible for everything put in your drug, couldn't you have sent the the drug your drug list to VADA and what's the time frame in which they respond? How does that work? Uh, and you have to have you need step by steps. That's why when you buy something from IKEA, you remember these like, oh man, oh shit. Remember IKEA? They give you number one, number two, number three, number four, number five. And the people being interviewed hate this shit. They hate uh uh being asked a step by step answer. Nigga, don't you get it? Don't you understand what I'm trying to tell you? No, I'm not asking the question for me. See, people forget. Journalists, a lot of journalists forget. We're not asking the question for us. Yes, we're selfish. We have an ego. We're honored to be doing this job, and it's a cool job. It's a cool gig. But I'm asking the question for the nigga that will never meet you, for the nigga that's working as hard as he can during the day, and he's dependent, and I am his curator for boxing entertainment, boxing information, boxing facts, whatever it has to do with boxing, right? And there's and let me digress it. There's a combination of me taking it for granted sometimes. I'm not perfect, so a lot of times I take it for granted as well that hey, I know the answer to this shit. I'm just gonna ask it real casually so he can answer it, we move on. But when you're dealing with a drug cheat, where did you get the drug? How did you hear about the drug? Who gave you the drug? Why didn't you contact VADA? So if you didn't contact VADA, you knew you were cheating. You knew it was intentional, right? What's the time frame in which VADA responds back to you when you have a question about a drug? Who's your contact person? Um, and it goes on and on. These are the steps that we need to take because he was too jovial. You understand? And although I'm saying this, I believe in second chances. I mean, for those of you who know my history, it's not riddled with like riddled with like bad things, but you know, this is America, Jack. So you know what I'm saying. So I've been to jail. I've spent 2 nights in jail on the dumb charge in college. You know, if an employer would have saw that on my record, that's deemed a second chance, right? Uh, uh, I've done bad things. I've cheated in college. Thank God I've never gotten caught. You know, I've lied on a loan application once or twice. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm not the perfect individual, so I believe in second and third chances. I believe in maximizing your opportunity. But if he wants to gain the respect of everyone, he should just come clean and say, "Nigga, I cheated. Me and my cousin, me and my brother, me and my sister. They thought I can do this and not get detected, and I was caught. I called VADA. I asked for the second test. Come on, man. If you know you cheating, you're not asking for the second. Anyways, man, I don't know these things, but I would like to know. And honestly, I thought about calling him. I have his phone number, and I thought about calling Big Baby Mill, but I thought him going from TMZ to me, I was like, I don't even want to deal with him. You know what I mean? Because you know, uh, I should have called him. You know what I mean? And I know my audience is more concentrated towards the people who really need to hear the answer versus the people who are just casual fans and they and they interpret boxing through a broad brush. We're more of that fine tooth, people that would watch my video. So if he's in Vegas this weekend, which I highly doubt, I'll catch up with him. But I get into Vegas tomorrow, so but I'm real interested in this fight. I'm real interested in Jermell Charlo's mindset. Um, you always want to watch a guy who's built his brand on perfection, and when something is okay, so let me back up. I'll just make a separate video on this because it makes no sense because you guys not going to make it through this part. So, but anyways, man, thanks Ego for reminding me about this. I totally forgot about that. But he lost over $30 million. God damn, dog, $30 million. You give me $30 million, I swear before God, before I die, I can turn that into $100 million. Swear to God. You give me $30,000, I could turn it into $100,000. Not gambling, just real estate and stocks. That's it. I know I can. You know what I mean? Like doing homework, doing research is no funny business. Read a lot of books, watch the waves, watch commercials on TV. When you see an increase on commercials on TV, check the parent company of that product. See where it's coming from. You know what I mean? Like if you start seeing Uber commercials and Lyft commercials everywhere, you start seeing Home Depot commercials more than you've ever seen before, or if you see someone endorse them, I tell you guys a great tip. If you've never heard of a company before and you see a big time celebrity endorse it on your Instagram feeds, on your Facebooks, on your Twitter, listen to what I'm saying. Follow that stock. All right? And we'll go from there. I just got great news, man. My guy is coming over. You guys just heard that text. My guy is coming over to show me how to do this call-in show. So it's coming soon, y'all. When I come back from Vegas, we should be going live. I may do a testing tonight. So stay tuned. He just texted me, and he said he's leaving the DMV now, and he's going to wrap it up. So we're going to have Barbershop Conversations live, dog. Can you believe that shit? Inspired by y'all. You know what ultimately inspired me? I listened to Trill Boxing Talk, and you guys know I never comment in the comment section, right? And I read you guys' comments, and I listen to World Breaker talk to the people he knows in his comment section on a daily basis. I listen to Best Fight the Best and Junior the Truth and Trill Boxing Talk 78 and when Ego, everyone goes live, right? And you guys have personal relationships with, I hate to say these people because I don't want to sound like a politician, but there's a level of comfort between us in the comment section, right? And I know all y'all, I just don't comment, right? And that inspired me. I want to give y'all comments a voice. That's what overcame me this week. And what really, really confirmed it is all these emails and DMs. I ain't gonna lie. I've got over 20 comments and DMs of people saying, Fred, I want to help your Houston event. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, I would have loved to. I don't want to. I don't want to say yes. You know what I mean? Because I'm not comfortable in that situation. You understand what I'm saying? I have to learn to become that person. I'm so used to doing things on my own. The bill is $2,000. It's about $2,000 to put on this event, and I just would love to just do it at my own pace. But more importantly, y'all inspire me. And when I say y'all inspire me, and watching the engagement. You know what I mean? I don't know a lot. Obviously, I don't know what y'all look like, but I know y'all names. I'm like, oh yeah, that nigga be in my comment section all the time. He be talking that cash shit. And then I see you on a live feed, and I said, I want your comments to have a voice. So it's coming soon. He's on his way to my crib. in a little while. We're gonna powwow it out. He gonna teach me all the software I need to learn, and we're gonna have some fun. So I'm excited. Big Baby Mill, get your shit together, nigga. Get your shit together, nigga. And uh, don't sign with Bob Arum. I'm telling you, dog. Do not sign with Bob Arum. Do a 2-fight deal if you have to, but don't sign with that nigga. All right, I'm just telling you right now. If you sign with that nigga, you are in trouble. Your career is. He won't give you another fight. Who you gonna fight? Pulev next? Brian Jennings? Man, come on, man. Oscar Rivas? Well, in your position, you may need a 3-fight deal because may need to rebuild your brand, and obviously, ESPN is a great. So I stand corrected. You may need a 3-fight deal. ESPN will be great branding for you, and so on and so forth. So maybe that will be a good. You may be a lightning rod for them. So anyway, I'm talking too much. Barbershop Conversations, man. June 29th, it's going down like one of Mary J. Blige classics. I'm going down. 'Cause you ain't around, baby. My whole world's upside down. Sleep don't come easy. Please believe me. I'm gone, man. I love y'all, man. I'll holler. Peace.